Hi everyone, Stepan here. Welcome to game 114. I'm outside in the garden, so you may be hearing sounds of birds and, maybe cars passing by. I'm sorry about that. I lost the last game basically without a fight, so let's try to change that. I'm trying to come back into the rapid mindset. Okay, let's play Queen B6. I lost my last game in the fantasy during the Zagreb Cup. So I'm gonna try to make up for that game. Okay, let's go e5. Knight f3 is a move. d5 is not good. Knight f3 is the best move. We'll see what happens. Okay, takes. They can take with the knight or with the queen. If they take with the knight, then bishop c5, knight a4, queen a5, c3. Excuse me. This is exactly how my last tournament game went up to this point. Knight a4, of course, is the only move, and then on c3, the best move is either bishop d6 or bishop e7. I normally play bishop d6, but in that tournament game, I ended up playing bishop e7. So here I'm gonna go bishop d6, I think. Okay. I'm not sure b4 is the best move. It could be the best move. In any case, I go queen c7. The thing is, if white doesn't go b4, then b5 wins the knight because it's stranded. It did not have the b2 square, and c5 was controlled by black. So now one of the main themes in the queen b6 fantasy, wow, is I was gonna say it's hard for white to castle, but it's very tempting to take on g3. So let's have a look at that. Bishop g3, h3, queen g3, check. King e2, king d2 are the only options. If king e2, then bishop g4 wins the queen. If king d2, then queen f2 is an option. But then there's queen e2, bishop e2, so that doesn't seem to work. I'm gonna need my knight on f6 in order to make that work. If I go knight f6 and white plays a random move, then bishop g3 is just winning. Wait, let's try to make it work again. Bishop g3, h3, queen g3, king d2, knight f6. Maybe bishop d3. I feel like I need another piece. It's not enough. Let's go knight f6. I'm not gonna take on g3 yet. I don't know what g3 does. It's just it seems like a bad mistake. Okay, this prevents my idea. But couldn't I just take on e4? I'm very confused. So what if I play knight e4? Knight e4, what does white do? Maybe queen e2? Knight e4, queen e2 castles. I don't see any good discoveries, and I'm threatening knight g3 or bishop g3. If bishop g3 now, a g3, queen g3, bishop f2. I don't want to throw in bishop g4 because there's bishop e2. Let's have a look at knight e4 again. Knight e4. Knight e4, bishop g2, bishop g3 check. A g3, queen g3 should be winning. Knight e4, queen f3. is a candidate, but I could go knight f6 simply, then bishop g5, bishop e5. I'm gonna take on e4. Wait a minute, is there queen h5? No, knight f6. Is there knight f5? No, I take it. And then I take on g3. Okay, so let's take. I think it's safe enough. Now there is no king d2. Now if I take on g3, king e2, there's just bishop g4 winning the queen, or knight f3, but then... Yeah, okay, there's always knight f3. Queen f3. Okay. I was gonna go knight f6. Does that work? That seems to be the only move. All right. Is it time for bishop g4? Bishop g4, what does white do? The queen can go to g2, f2, and f1. So bishop g4, queen f2, let's say, castles. Bishop g4 is very tempting. I see no reason not to gain this tempo, so I'm just gonna play bishop g4. Okay, and let's castle, I guess. There is no h3 because of bishop g3. Okay, now, knight bd7. Let's not repeat the same mistake I had made in my tournament game. I need to develop my pieces. There's knight f5, but that doesn't concern me that much. Okay. No. Sorry about this. Some of the neighbors have obviously started to drill something. I hope that stops. Okay, knight c4 is coming. Knight c4 is coming. So can I play knight e5? Knight e5, where does the bishop go? Probably to c2. But then don't I have c5? No, c5, there's knight b5. Okay, my opponent wants to go knight c4. That could be an issue. I definitely don't want to give up my dark squared bishop. So either knight e5... Knight e5 seems nice. I mean, I just don't allow knight c4 this way. And it's also with tempo on the bishop on d3. And I'm also looking at f3, so if the knight moves, there could be some nice discoveries. And I can also consider knight d5 on the next move, because now my bishop's defended, there are no tricks. There's no queen f5, because there's the bishop on g4. Also, the people in the house woke up, so there may be more noises. Luckily, the neighbors have only been drilling for a very brief second. Okay, I'm not afraid of white taking, because if they take, I go knight g4 and just win the bishop on e3. So I want to include my last piece into the game. So I'm thinking rook e8. It seems like a very natural move. Yeah, let's go to K8. Just putting some pressure on the bishop on E3. I may have to worry about A7. Do I have to worry about A7? Not really, because the knight doesn't have any good squares to go to. All right, what's this? Something just fell on my head. What the hell? There's a lot of wildlife here. I don't want to allow bishop takes f6. So maybe knight d5. Knight d5. If c4, then knight b4. I may also be able to go c5 there, but there's still knight b5. And the nice thing about having a knight on d5 is that I have knight e3 if the bishop gets chased away. Probably white plays bishop d2, I would guess. Okay, so let's go knight d5. Oh, is there queen c2? Oof, if I take on c3, there's bishop h7, king h7, queen c2. Huh. Okay, but I can play h6 before taking on c3. I'm also tempted to play queen b6, because that pins the knight, sort of. And I may be able to go c5. Because on c5 my queen defends the bishop. I also have f6. f6 if knight e6, then rook e6, bishop e6, bishop e6. f6 if bishop g4, then knight g4. And okay, so do I go f6? I'm not sure I want to go f6. Okay, I'm gonna go h6 because this bishop is incredibly annoying. And also, I don't want to hang h7 in any line. After this, I may really consider queen b6. I'm not sure where the bishop goes. But after queen b6, No, okay, I'm gonna have to move inside after this game. I was really looking forward to recording and playing outside. So do I just double up my rooks now? The problem is that there is always knight f5 after all the trades. And I really want to get rid of the knight on b2 because then I'll be able to go knight d3. Oh, I may be able to go knight back to f6 now with the idea of knight e4. That's interesting. But then I could be hanging bishop h6, gh6, and queen f6, but not until the situation on g4 is sorted out. I don't know what my knight's doing on d5 other than preventing c4. Is c4 such a big deal? Maybe it is. Okay, I need to speed up. I'm just gonna double up my rooks. I don't see a problem with rook e7. c4 has been prevented. The knight cannot move because I take and go knight d3. Okay, not after rook e7. Stupid, because now the rook hangs with check. Can I not take on c4? Oh, there's c5. Oof. Oh, there is c5. I just hung my bishop. Oh, this was very stupid. Okay, I blundered. So let's have a look at knight b4, c5, queen, sorry, bishop c5, rook c5, queen b6. Then bishop b4, queen b4, and there is rook c2. Oh, come on. I should have moved my knight back. I don't know what to do. I may have to take two pieces for a rook, but I'm not sure I can get away with that. So knight b4, c5, bishop c5, rook c5, queen b6. That just doesn't do anything. Okay, I have to go knight b4. I don't see another move. Maybe instead of bishop takes c5, I can go knight a2. So c5, knight a2, cd6, queen d6, rook a1. No, that doesn't work. But okay, at least I've gained a pawn early on in the game, so I'm actually gonna have 4 pawns for a piece. Is that correct? Why is my opponent thinking? Isn't c5 the only move? Okay, so do I play knight a2 or bishop c5? If knight a2, cd, queen d, rook a1, there's knight b4, my knight's coming back. Okay, I'm just gonna grab the pawn because I don't see what else to do. Wait, isn't this a free knight? Takes bishop g4, knight d2, queen d2. Oh, it's not. Okay. Still, I have to take. I don't see a more sensible option. They take on g4. Oh. Okay. I may have bishop e2. Bishop e2 if queen e2, then rook e2. Bishop e2 if knight e2, then queen d2. Bishop e2, what else can they do? Rook e1 maybe? Bishop e2, bishop f4. There's bishop f4, but then queen d5. Bishop e2 is tempting, and I also have to speed up. I think bishop e2 is a very good move. I don't see an easy way out. Okay. Now the knight's hanging. Okay, I need to save my knight. So queen a5, I guess, is the only move. Oh, queen a5, there's rook a1. Oh, queen d5. Stupid. Queen d5. There's queen d5. Queen d5, knight f4. Queen d5, there's knight f4. Oh, queen d5, knight f4, queen f5. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. I found a way out, luckily. This was pure luck. Okay, so I'm counting on knight b4 as a resource, eventually. Saving my knight. Does that change anything? Couldn't I go a5 and knight b4 anyway? Okay, I'm going a5 because I want to go knight. Because I want to go knight b4. I'm under 2 minutes, that's no good. And also a5, I'm just pushing my queenside pawns. Technically I'm up material, which is incredible. I'd completely missed how strong c4 was. And the worst part is, I had a look at it and I thought that I was preventing it. I must have been winning out of the opening, I was just up a pawn for no reason. Okay, wants to go queen f5, I guess? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go knight b4 and then queen f5 exchanges queens, but I'm not sure that's such a big deal. Oh, okay. Maybe queen g5? I don't know what the best square for the queen is, so I'm gonna go queen g5. I want to keep defending my a5 pawn. Also, I keep an eye on the rook and on the c5 square. Okay, I desperately want to go rook fe8, get my rook into play. I'm not afraid of queen c2 because it's defended, but if I move my knight, there is queen c2. Wow. Okay, this is... Wow. Nice one. I did not see this. This is really nice. All right. I mean, I have to go rook e8, I guess. I didn't see this at all. Really nice move. Still, we fight. Anything could happen here. Okay. I want to go knight d5, but then there's bishop a2. Oh, come on. Knight d5, bishop a2, what do I do? I don't know. I have no idea what to do. I think I have to go knight d5. I don't see an alternative at all. I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna keep pushing my pawns, hoping that I could have something. Also preventing queen a7. I have to decline the trade. I cannot allow a rook trade. I mean, I'm busted, but without my rook, I can just resign. Rook e8, king h7, queen f5, rook f5, e5, rook b5, sorry, d4, rook b5, d6, d3. How did my opponent play the opening so poorly and then destroy me? I hate when that happens. Of course, I should resign. There's no debate, but I'm gonna try. Rook a4 resigns. Yep. Okay. This is very annoying. So I don't understand how someone can play this poorly in the opening and then crush me. Okay, let's just turn on the engine. So all of this is theory. And then, okay, g3, knight f6. I shouldn't have taken. Castles is best. Okay. -2. So where did I go wrong? It just seems completely winning. Oh, rook e7. Yeah, okay. I messed up after rook e7 allowing c4. I had to go c5? Why would I go c5? Yeah, I just blocked in my bishop. Wait, what was the best move here? g6. Queen g5 blunder because of knight g6. Wow. Yeah, I didn't see knight g6. Congratulations to my opponent for finding that. That's an incredible move. Good luck to him in his next games. Very nice game. I mean, the opening was abysmal. He played the opening very, very poorly. And my only mistake was rook e7. I'm completely winning, and after rook e7, I'm much worse and I can resign. So, okay, I should have gone c5. Let's have a look at that. c5, knight b5. Queen b6. Okay, knight takes, takes. Let's say. Why is this good? Okay, it's good. I can see that it's good. Ugh. The alternative was simply not, not trapping my bishop. So any other move. And then if c4, I just move my knight. And such a stupid mistake. Congratulations to my opponent. This is just awful. I lost 13 points. After a long time, I'm actually below what I started with. I'm gonna have to get back into these games seriously and get used to the time control again. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Stay tuned for more chess.